Hello and welcome. My name is Sherry John and thank you for joining me today. Today I will be guiding you through about a 60-minute class working from a chair for strong legs. If any of my suggestions today are not right for your body, please honor your boundaries while gently testing your limits. So grab a chair and please join me on your mat. Let's go ahead and find ourselves here now. Let's go ahead and turn off all of that exterior world and what's going on outside of us. Tune ourselves into our breath. Plug those tailbones down, plug those sits bones into the chair, but keep your back off of the back of the chair. So scoot forward a little bit so that you're forced to sit upright. Bring those knees right over the tops of the ankles. Bring the crown of the head right over the top of the tailbone. Go ahead and let the arms relax in whatever position you would like them. Go ahead and close the eyes. Turn the eyes up to the middle of the forehead, that third eye center, your all-knowing, your intuitive self. Take a big, long, deep, slow breath in through the nose and exhale through the mouth. 2 more times. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, open mouth. Let's go 1 more. Inhale. And close the mouth. Place the tongue behind the 2 front teeth. Begin to cultivate Ujjayi breathing, that long, deep, slow breathing. Initiate the breath from the pelvic floor. As you draw that pelvic floor down gently, long, deep, slow breaths. Keep gazing up to that center third eye, in through the nose, out through the nose. Really quiet the mind here. And with the focus, diaphragm, your prana centered, intention to your practice today. Thank yourself for arriving on your mat and giving this time to yourself. One more big, long, deep, slow breath in. Fill the lungs to capacity. Retain the breath for just a moment. Seal your intention for your practice. Exhale, drop the chin to the chest. Now we're going to do some head rolls, and if you so choose, you can roll the head gently through the back and through the other side and back to chin to chest. Or if you are having issues with your neck today, you can just do gentle range of motion, turning the head left and right and looking up and down. So yogi's choice today on how you treat your neck. Which movement you choose, whether it's the circular or the linear, practice that about 5 times, maybe 8 or 9 if it feels really good. At the end of that, pause with the chin to the chest and reverse those movements, either circling around to the other side or doing the linear movements in the opposite direction. Keep sitting up tall. Let's not allow that pelvis to tilt either forward or back, whichever your propensity is. Try to keep it sitting tall. Giving enough time for good rotation through the neck. One more. And we pause with that chin to the chest. Drop those arms off to the side. And on the inhale, we're going to turn the palms up. Reach the hands to the sky as we lift the head to gaze up. Lengthen through the spine. Reach through the fingers. Initially, we're going to keep the palms apart so that we can go ahead and plug those shoulders into the back. Reach through the spine. Exhale. Turn the palms down. Float the arms down. And with your breath, at your own pace, your own tempo, some seated sun breaths here. Each time those arms reach overhead, lengthen through the spine, keeping the shoulder blades down to the back. Let's give it a few more of those. Few more. Last one. We all meet up with the fingers reaching to the sky, lengthening through the spine, and on the next exhale, twist into the spine and reach the arms down. The back arm comes to the chair, the front arm comes to one of the knees. Keep the lumbar spine stable and the core gently engaged as you rotate through just the thoracic, the rib cage area, and the neck. Give it a long, deep breath here. Bring all your tension and stress from the spine. And on the next inhale, reach up, unwind. Exhale, twist to the other side and give that other rotational direction a nice ringing. Keep the breath long. Every exhale gets a little deeper. Check to see if that pelvis has shifted left or right. And with the breath, inhale, reach up, exhale, twist. Inhale, reach up, exhale, twist. With your breath to your tempo, let's get a little bit of active range of motion into the spine. Inhale, reaching up, exhale, coming down. Inhale to reach up at the neutral, exhale to twist. Let's give it a few more of these. Alrighty, we all meet up again. Center, hands reaching up, lengthening through the spine, rebalance on your pelvis. And on the next exhale, drop that left hand down to the side and gently arc over to that left side. Keep, again, core is stable, pelvis neutral, opening through that whole right side body. Try to extend through that arm. Separate the shoulder from the hip while keeping the hip secured to the chair. If you need to use that other hand on the chair to help support the body, please be there. One more breath. Inhale, bring it on up. Resettle into that neutral position, and on the exhale, release that other arm, arc it over. All the same cues here. Reaching out, lengthening through, supporting the body if need. Use that breath to find a little depth here and a little openness through those rib cages. I know shoulders, some of our shoulder people, you can go ahead and bend that elbow and try to reach up a little bit with the elbow versus the entire length of the arm. See if that maybe works for you. One more breath. Let's go ahead and flow through this. Inhale up, exhale over. Inhale up, exhale over. Give yourself a rough shake. Let's go for one more. And again, we all meet up, arms overhead, fingers reaching to the sky. Exhale, let's go ahead and release those arms down to the sides. Heel toe the feet out a little bit. Give those arms a nice shake. Shake the hands, move the shoulders. Heel toe the feet back in, come back up to your upright position. We're going to go through one more big range of motion here. So if you need some stability, go ahead and open those feet up. Inhale, open those arms out, thumbs to face up. Gaze up just a little bit and try to bring the backs of the hands a little closer together, bringing some extension into the spine. Support the head. Be sure not to let that head just drop back, but control how far that head goes back. Keep reaching and opening through the heart. On the exhale, we tuck that tailbone and bring those arms together. Give yourselves a big hug. Now find your alignment here. We're going to drop those shoulders down and lift those elbows up. Try to work those fingertips together back and behind you. Spine long, core gently engaged, sits bones plugging into the chair. Inhale, open it back up. We're going to exhale, trade sides. And begin to work those fingers towards each other again. Catch your alignment, shoulders down, elbows up, spine long, breathing deep. Inhale to open, and here we start to move. Exhale, hug. Inhale to open, exhale, hug. Let's move here 5 to 8 times, alternating the cross of the arms. Last one. Even it out. And release those arms again. Let's roll those shoulders. Beautiful. And roll them in the other direction. Forward rolls. Good. All right, let's work a little further down the spine. We got those shoulders and necks all warmed up. Let's go ahead and scoot back on the chair just a little teeny bit. Definitely open up those legs if you haven't opened your legs now. Heel toe those feet out. Place the hands on the knees. Now we're going to use that extension through the spine again. On the inhale, opening up, gazing up. Exhale, tuck the tailbone round through the spine. And go ahead and just move with your breath at this time in your seated cat-cow. Move with your breath. The end of the movement is the end of the breath. Really try to synchronize your breath to the movement of the spine. Now this action, this asana, it's not really an asana, it's more a vinyasa movement, a linking of two positions. This helps to facilitate movement of your cerebral spinal fluid, bathing your brain in fresh, oxygenated, clean fluid, getting all that toxic crap rinsed away. So when you feel kind of stale and stagnant through the day and you really have no energy, just come to your chair and do some cat-cow. You'd be amazed at how much vitality it can bring back to you in just 3 minutes time. Just a few more. Let's go one more. Drop that chin to the chest, really stretch through the back of that body. And on the inhale, kick that tailbone out, open through the heart, gaze up, really open through the chest. This excites the nervous system, really wakes the body up. And on that next exhale, let's just bring it back. And we're going to do some glute sets. So I'm going to ask you to squeeze your butt cheeks, just your gluteus maximus. If you have decent strength in your glutes, that will elevate the body just a little bit. So squeeze and relax, squeeze and relax. Ooh, these can wear out pretty quickly. But the gluteus maximus, I will educate you on them, is a very, very important muscle. The gluteus are the largest muscle group in the body, centrally located. So if you suffer from dizzy spells when you first get up in the morning, before you set up, squeeze your glutes a couple of times, and that will bring the blood up into the extremities of the body, into the brain, so that when you set up, you don't get dizzy. So long deep breath, just one more. Give it a squeeze, 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 squeeze those glutes. And beautiful. Okay, so heel toe the feet out a little bit, and let's do a little bit of internal, external rotation. Bring the knees in and out. Loosen those hips up just a little bit. Loosen up the interior of the pelvis. Let's go one more. And heel toe those feet back together. Okay, we're going to get deep into that pelvis now with some hip flexion. So plug those sits bones into the chair. Sit up tall. Bring the hands to the hips. Try to maintain a nice strong core. Pick one knee up. Keep that knee locked. Nothing's happening at the knee or the is the hip flexing. Set it down. Other side. Hold it for a breath or two. You can really feel those hip flexors kick in. You might even have a little bit of singing coming from the quadriceps, which is this tight little banded tendon that you feel when you pick that leg up. That's your quadriceps tendon. We're also utilizing that iliopsoas that's on the inside of the back of the pelvis. So go ahead and start with your range of motion, your continuous movement, gentle marching. Try to keep that core engaged. So this does still work you out. Even though you're in a seated position, we still want to keep that gentle core engagement. This is a really good workout for your stabilizing muscles. Just a few more. All right, even ourselves out. Now, we're going to lock that hip joint out. Hands stay on the hip. Now kick that leg out. Ooh-wee. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Feel it? I hope so. And bring it on back down. Kick that other leg out and hold it. Isometric contraction. This builds that fire up in those muscles. At your own pace. These are called long arc quads. because of the arc of the lower leg, and it's predominantly quadricep work. So if you really want to get good, strong quads that have good endurance, do lunges. Go ahead and do a long arc quad and hold it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh goodness, other side if you're working this isometric long arc quad. 4, 3, 2, 1, and move them if you would like, or continue with your isometrics. This is your practice. Do what your body wants you to do. If holding those isometrics felt really good, do a few more. All righty. Woo-hoo. All right, last one. Okay, set them down. That was more than one, but whatever. I get carried away sometimes. All right, now we're going to kick those legs straight out. Bring the heels to the mat. If you need to hang on to the chair, go ahead and do that. If you can just hands on the hips, do that, pedal your feet. So, dorsiflexion, plantar flexion. So, pumping those toes back and forth. Now, these muscles, again, I think all the muscles are really important, but these are extremely important. These gastrocs for pumping the fluid and the blood back into the body so that you can evacuate it from the body. So we are in this stay-at-home time with coronavirus lurking in our area. We are doing a lot more sitting. So pumping the ankles regularly throughout the day. I tell my patients, every time a commercial comes on, pump your ankles, march your legs, do something. But, you know, get up, walk around. Don't let this stay-at-home time really fatigue you with atrophy. So the less we do, the more tired the body is. The more we do, the more energy we have. Okay, my anterior tibialis, the outsides of these shin bones, is fatigued from those. That means I'm getting stronger. Yay! Okay. Now we're going to get into a lot of deeper stretches, okay? We've gone head to toe, range of motion. So now we're going to scoot back on the chair just a little bit, and then we're going to scoot to one side. Hook the chair with the hand that you're furthest away from the chair on. Then take that and drop it to the shoulder. At this time, keep the chin level and neutral. Long deep breath. And on the exhale, if you'd like to do a little bit of stretch through that upper neck. Long deep breath. Give it a little bit more tension. Lean away from that hand that's hooking your chair. And if you don't have a chair that hooks well, you can do this by reaching that arm back and behind you and hooking the hip or the back. So either or, it still creates tension in these upper traps. One more breath. Inhale. Come on out. Turn the head left and right. Nice and gentle. And let's go ahead and do that other side. So scooch on over to that other side. Hook the chair. Drop the ear to the shoulder. And place it on the opposite temple and give just a little bit of traction through that neck. Be very gentle. Those neck muscles are long and thin, and they do get strained easily. They also get grumpy quick. So if at this point all you want to do is some range of motion, listen to your body.
Honor your boundaries. Test your limits. One more long, deep, slow breath here. And release that hand down. Let's go ahead and come into that center position. Now we're going to do a little bit deeper of a sun breath here. So on the inhale, reach those hands up to the sky. And on the exhale, pretend like you're swan diving off a diving board. Bringing those hands back and behind you, drop the torso down, and then let the hands drop down underneath you. Release the head down. And now let this stretch from the back bottom tailbone all the way up through the back of the body to the crown of the head. If you need to support the body with the hands, please do. One more long, deep breath. And on the inhale, tuck that tailbone, and let's come up one vertebra at a time. Heel toe those feet back together. Come to the edge of the chair. Walk your hips forward again. Now this time, we're going to kick one leg out. So anyone who knows that they have a strap and they want to use their strap, you can, but I'm going to show you how to do this hamstring stretch without using a strap. So we are going to open the legs up just a little bit to create some stability. We're going to pull those toes back towards us, toward the earth. Goodness gracious, what is going on with that? Okay, so now we're going to lengthen through the spine. On the exhale, gently hinge forward. Keeping the heart open, head in neutral, lengthening through the spine. We can go ahead and draw that leg in if you feel stable here. If you do not, keep the legs out a little bit and just lean in. You'll feel it in the back of the knee and the back of the calf rather quickly. Keep breathing and stretching. One more long, deep breath. Stretch through those hamstrings. Keep the back long, neck long, heart open. Inhale, tuck the tailbone, roll up. Okay, if you need to bounce the knees a little bit, please be there. And let's try that other side. Okay, and again, for stability, if you need to open the legs up, it will stretch more through this inner hamstring versus evenly through all three of the hamstrings. But be where you're at. Guard your safety if you need to. If you're okay here, long deep breath in. And exhale. Hinge forward. Heart open. Now we're looking at bringing that heart towards the knee while pressing the knee towards the earth. The head's just coming along for a ride. It's not looking up too far or dropping down too far. It is at a nice neutral position. If you can, maybe you can reach back and grab that chair or hands to the floor. Bring the body just a little deeper. It's up to you. Work through this, whatever feels most comfortable. And still gets those hamstrings stretched. One more long deep breath. And now let's come up nice and slow. Extend those legs, bounce the knees a little bit. And then we're going to roll those hips in and out. So the toes are going to go in and out. All right, let's move on get a little deeper into that pelvis. So bending the knees, sitting up real tall. Let's take this left ankle, place it on the right knee. This might be enough for a lot of you already. So just be here, trying to lengthen through the spine, crown of the head reaching to the sky, and then just gently encourage this knee to get a little closer to the earth or coming more into line with the hip. If you're good there, be there. Those of my knee ladies, pull those toes towards that knee to guard that knee. That engages that beautiful gastroc muscle that supports the lateral sides of the knees, both inner and outside of the knee. So if just working here is what you have, play here. Those of you who can get further, lengthen through the spine. Let's take the foot with one hand, the knee with the other hand. Exhale. Bring the heart towards the ankle or shin of that propped leg. And long deep breath. Oh, it gets tight quick in that piriformis muscle. This is a hip rotator. So my folks with sciatica or low back pain, this is a beautiful stretch for you. This one and the last one we just did. So the hamstrings and piriformis muscles play a big part on the comfort and flexibility of the low back. When these muscles are really tight, they drop down on the pelvis and kind of tuck that tailbone in through the taut muscles, causing low back pain. It extends the back too much. One more long deep breath. So to prevent that, let's go ahead and get our deep, slow, long stretches in. One more breath. And on the inhale, tuck the tailbone, roll on up. Let's give this leg a little bit of help to get down. And straighten those legs out a little bit, roll those feet in and out. This moves those hip rotators at the hip joint. All right, let's get into that other side, shall we? Take that opposite ankle, place it on the knee, and again, be wherever you're at. Use your breath. Exhale. Find yourself in your breath. Find your breath inside your body to help open up those muscles. Every inhale, we can soften. Exhale, rolling forward. I don't know what's going on with the camera today. Long, deep, slow breath. Let's do one more. And on that inhale, tuck the tailbone. Roll up. Unhook that leg. Straighten those legs out. Knees. Roll the hips in and out a little bit. Oh, goodness gracious. It looks like going on. We are going to get a little more strenuous here from our chair, and we're going to use this chair to strengthen the body now. So, we're going to bring those feet open up just a little bit wider than hip distance. And we're going to lean forward, put the hands on the knees, and we're going to bring your bottom off of that chair about 3 to 5 inches. All right. Try to find your stability. Pretend like you're squeezing a ball or something between those legs to really kick those adductor muscles in and bring that pelvis forward and down. Now we're going to reach those arms up overhead. Long, deep breath. And if it gets to be too much, you can go ahead and drop on down to that chair. Whoop, it's there, it's back and behind you. And again, lean forward, press through the feet, hover the hips over the chair. Bring the pubic bone forward, lengthen through the back, reach through the arms. Long, deep breath. This is chair pose. And bringing it on down nice and slow. So with your breath, let's do 3 more for as long as you can, challenging yourself, but also being careful. Exhale, lean forward, press through the feet, lift those hips up. Really feel those quads kicking in. Really feel those glutes. Goodness, strengthening those hips. This is beautiful. The arms are getting stronger. 1 more breath. Lower down. If we need to kick those legs out and bounce those knees a couple times, let's do that 1 more time. Because we love strong bodies. All right, hands to the knees, right to the edge of the chair. Lean forward. Elevate those hips out of that chair. Find your strong position here. Lock those hips out, lock those knees out. Make sure those knees are back behind the toes, and then reach those hands up overhead. Long, deep breath. Holding, we've got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, you got it. 1, and arms down. Drop that booty back down to the chair. Straighten those legs. Release. Either bouncing or rolling through the hips. All right, 1 more really good, strong asana for the day. And then we'll take it back down. So this time, turn to face one side of your chair. And then bring the hips to the edge of the chair. So one hip is hanging off the chair. So you're going to need to use that hand and hang on to the chair here for a sec. Now that leg and hip that's hanging off the chair, work that bad boy back and behind you. Try to get that knee down below that hip. Now start to work that leg back. If this gets really tight, go ahead and open those hips up to the front of that chair and then work that leg back. We can pivot through those hips a little bit to get that leg worked back and behind you. Once you get that knee straight, some of you might not get that knee straight. Some of it might be, slightly bent. Try to get the heel over the ball of the foot. If you do get that leg straight, now we're going to return the body forward, and that will help bring extension into that hip. Now pay attention to this forward leg. The knee goes right over the top of the ankle. If this is too much extension on the back, bend the knee a little bit and tuck that tailbone. But we are working the legs into this high lunge position. So do your best to keep working that extended hip with the leg reaching back. That hip is coming forward to match the other hip. We're talking through the tailbone. Now we're going to reach those arms up overhead. Oh yeah, this is beautiful. We can feel it already. Exhale. Press through those feet. Off that chair a little bit. If that's too much, that's okay. Just engage through the legs. Engage the muscles. Pretend like you're going to lift up. And let's come on up. If you can, engage all those muscles and hold for the count of 10. Coming up, this is your high lunge for 10, 9, 8, 7, keep breathing, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome! Drop those arms down and come back to a seated position in the chair. Draw that leg forward. We're going to do it one more time. Because we need to. And again, set yourself up. Leg reaches back and behind you. Hip draws forward. Pelvis comes to neutral. Tuck that tailbone. Reach those arms up and press through the feet. 1, 2, 3. 4, 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and beautiful. Coming on down. Let's turn to face center and work it out of those legs. Woo! We have the other side to do. But it's already feeling fabulous. Oh, strong hips. That's the problem. Sitting in a chair, the muscles get smaller and less strong, and that causes the bones to pop out easier, and the SI to give problems, what have you. Losing muscle strength is not healthy for the body. So let's turn it to the other side. Set ourselves up. Bring those pelvises half onto the chair. Grab the chair for support. Drop that free leg down. Let it hang there for just a sec. And then begin to work that leg back and behind you. And still, I need to open those hips up just a little bit, turning to face the length of the mat or the front of the chair. This helps to get that hip stretched out and opened up. Now let's press the back of the knee towards the sky and bring the heel over the ball of the foot. Now we work those hips back into that forward position. Tuck that tailbone. Where's that knee at? That forward knee. Right over the top of the ankle. Use your breath. Reach the arms up on the inhale. And exhale. Let's find that high lunge for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming on down. Rest for a moment with that hip on the chair. If you need to come out and wiggle the hips, listen to your body. If not, let's go ahead and move back into it. Set your alignment in the lower body. Bring the arms up overhead. Exhale with effort and lift. High crescent lunge for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ah. All right. Oh, those hips feel lovely. Go ahead and turn back to center. Bounce those knees a little bit. And open the feet up. Roll those hips in and out. Long, deep breath. Alrighty. Well, my hips have gotten quite a good workout today. We've juiced all the joints. We've moved all the spinal segments. We've strengthened through the lower body. Now comes the cherry on top. Come on down to the earth. Get yourself comfortable here. If you need a small pillow or a blanket or anything, please have that available. We're going to bring that chair to the end of the mat. And we're going to roll on down one vertebra at a time. Let that body come to the earth. And then we're going to bring those legs up and set them on the chair. If you're long-legged, bring a blanket or something onto the chair to bring those shins into a nice parallel position to the earth. Or you can bring the hips up a little bit. Either or. Try to be comfortable here. Legs in through the spine. Release the arms out to the side. Tune to your breath. Take long, deep, slow breaths. Feel all that fabulous work that we've done, mobilizing the body, strengthening the hips, strengthening the arms, connecting to who we truly are. In this reclined position, touch back on that intention that you set early in class. Know that you've gained ample energy and given it to the fulfillment of this intention. Thank yourself once again for giving this time to your body, linking it with your mind and your breath. Since you're at home, you can take as much time as you need for completion of your practice today. Not needing to be anywhere at any point in time. I will close class with our mantra. Take a big, long, deep, slow breath in. Exhale completely. May we be at peace. May our hearts remain open. May we be healed. May we be a source of healing for other beings. May we awaken to the light of our own true nature. I thank you for allowing me to guide your class today. Opening your bodies, strengthening your bodies, and healing your minds. Namaste.